I told you there was another Black Hammer coming? Piqued your interest yet? What's quack-lagging, dudes? My name is Pone, and this video is going to be designated to kind of preparing you guys for what legendary guns you want to add to your arsenal when the Taken King drops. There have been a whole lot of videos out there about the exotics coming, but nobody ever gives any love to the legendaries. So without further ado, let's get started. I do want to mention that you should not dismiss hand cannons yet. They are now going to have some pretty decent roles available to them, including reactive reload. It has been stripped from the pulse rifles and added to the sidearms and the hand cannon. So even though you may like auto rifles right now, those are probably going to fall bottom of the pack. You're going to have pulse rifles, scout rifles, hand cannons, and auto rifles in descending order. That is probably how the meta is going to go for Crucible. That's just a heads up, my prediction. We'll see what happens when it is time. But here we go. Let's start with the big one, the one that I was most excited about. It's called the Still Piercer. This is a sniper rifle that can regenerate ammo if all 4 precision shots land on the head. It doesn't have a timer like the Black Hammer did. I don't think it's built on, you know, quick repetitive shots. I do believe that if you get 4 precision shots, your mag is in fact refunded. That's going to be really, really cool. Now the catch is, on the Armory on the Bungie website, it doesn't say anything besides the fact that this is a quest item. It doesn't tell you exactly how to get it. So as of right now, I'm still piercing it together. Wow, come on! It wasn't that bad, was it? Alright, so anyways, the Still Piercer. So, what's so cool about this thing is, one thing I did notice while looking at the gun is I saw the Hunter logo on the side of the weapon. And this goes on to make me go on that this is probably going to be a quest-received legendary that you get for completing the Night Stalker class. Again, this is pure speculation, but there's also a Warlock brand on the side of a fusion rifle called the Susanoo, and it looks pretty interesting. It, too, grants a really unique ability with that whatever subclass you're using, it will adopt that kind of burn and use it towards the weapon. There's also a shotgun that I found that has a really cool perk for Ward of Dawn that allows you to not spend your ammo when you're getting kills inside of your Titan bubble, and it's called the Amobius. And to me, even though it doesn't have a logo, I feel like this all works together. I feel like these are going to be legendary exclusive guns, specifically to the quest lines of those new subclasses. Either way, the one that really sticks out for me, the fusion rifle is going to be cool and all, but there's some really nice ones coming out in the exotic category. I'm really stoked about the Still Piercer that can regenerate and refund your ammo, that works as if the Black Hammer used to. And for those that are afraid of what it can do, it sits in the same impact and fire rate range that the LDR did, and the Her Benevolence. So people are going to love it for PvP. Now, moving over to what else is really cool. There's a new gun called the Red Spectre. This is an auto rifle, and it stands unique and alone in this category because it has the rate of fire of a Silmar's, but it's almost on the impact of that of like a Shadow Price or Her Right Hand or the Summoner. So it's a very unique weapon, seeing as how it's got one of the highest rate of fires in the game, but it also has almost the highest impact in the game now too. So it will be very, very cool to see how it plays out in the Crucible. It'll be one of the best auto rifles, to be completely honest, assuming those stats are accurate. And honestly, it's a Crucible drop, so people are going to get it randomly, so I'm stoked to see that one. Other than that, there's a couple other cool legendaries, but none of them are as impressive as the ones that I previously mentioned. There are some reasons to believe that the Hake pulse rifles are going to be even more instrumental in the PvP Crucible than your basic ones are. We do know that they fire 4 bursts instead of 3-shot bursts, like the other pulse rifles do, but I think the damage is kind of rounded out, so you do risk an increased chance of missing an additional bullet and spreading that damage out. I'm not too big a fan of that, but they do come equipped with unique Hake scopes, one of which is thermal, which is going to be great for PvE. Can you imagine playing in the darkness with, you know, the Thrall being lit up and stuff? That's going to be really cool. But the big one is the Watchdog scope. It will identify Guardians that have their super generated, meaning if a Titan's running at you, you're going to know it's coming because he's lit up, and you're going to be able to get out of there if you need to. Not to mention, if you're fighting in a team fight and there's like 4 people on the B flag and you notice one of them has their super, you can prioritize him as the kill because he's the biggest threat to your team. That scope is going to be super valuable in Crucible. So, with that, guys, these are the guns you're going to want to be looking for. Again, prioritize what you're looking for. And I want to thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the gameplay, be sure to subscribe to keep up to date on daily Taken King videos. I'd love to have you guys here. And continue browsing the channel by clicking one of the videos on the screen.